Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners. Back again with another episode. This is your only Brewers Daily podcast coming at you 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I forgot what time I uploaded for a second. Every day, Anchor, Spotify, Google, Apple, Amazon, Rumble, you name it, we are there, guys. We're working on more and more content day by day, trying to get these videos out as fast as we can. But we're also trying to enjoy the baseball that is happening, the pre-baseball baseball. And I'm talking about the WBC. So today we're going to talk about the WBC and the final coming up. Tonight's epic match with Japan versus Mexico. So much good stuff. And then we're going to cover we're also going to cover the spring training game, Brewers news as we always do, and just recap what's going on in the world of baseball. So that being said, let's get right into it today. The Brewers played the Mariners in a spring training matchup. It was Woody's day out. So Brewers are 9-12. We dropped 2-7 was the final. Mariners 11-10. Really a pretty normal lineup. Mitchell got in today. First game he's played in, I believe it's over a week. Then we had HIura, Naquin, Voit, Contreras, of course. Toro was in there. Miller was in there. Weimer. All the young guys. All of our young guys were in a spring training matchup. And it's looking more and more like we're going to see Frelick and Mitchell for sure. I don't know about Weimer. Weimer is kind of that outlier. He's the one not talked about as much. Woodruff got knocked around today. He went 4 2/3. Gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 of which were earned. He struck out 5 though, so that's good. Robinson came in for 0.1. Didn't allow anything. Bush was in for 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned. 2 strikeouts. Varland was in for 1 inning and a third. He allowed a hit, no runs, struck out 3. Acura was in for 2/3 of an inning, allowing 1 hit and no runs. So again, this stuff doesn't mean all that much in the grand scheme of things, but it is still something. Keston HIura did hit a 2-run double today. Really, there wasn't much to really brag about on the Brewers side of this game. Of course, let's take a look at the time of game because that's important right now. So 2 hours and 27 minutes. So that pitch clock is managing the games. Now, let's talk about the WBC. So, Mexico played Japan today. The winner goes on to play the USA. Urias hit a bomb to put Mexico out front. Rowdy was on base. Urias hits a 3-run bomb to put them in the lead. Now, unfortunately for Urias, that didn't hold the lead. Japan is a tough team. Japan's got a lot of sluggers on the team, including Shohei OHtani. It was a tight game all the way through. I mean, Randy Rosareno, it felt like his glove was where the balls were going to die. It's just insane. It was I hate to say it this way, but it was an instant classic in the World Baseball Classic. That sounds hokey, that sounds generic, but it's the truth. It was an instant classic. And not a single player in this game today can be ashamed of how they played the game and how it went down. They fought. They fought hard. Gallegos gave it up in the end. It started out with a double, then a walk, and then just a ball off the top of the wall, and it was over. But that was the story of the game. It was crazy. 5 runs on 9 hits for Mexico, 6 runs on 10 hits for Japan. Really good baseball. This has been one of the most exciting World Baseball Classics I remember. And I do remember them all, but this game goes down as a classic. Just the back and forth, OHtani out there, he went 2 for 4, had a clutch hit. He's hitting 450 in this thing. Japan has been, I think, almost undefeated in this whole thing. Yeah, because they were undefeated in the first round, and then obviously to get to the final round, you'd have to be undefeated. So Japan is undefeated in this thing so far. So they are by far the strongest team going into this. Yoshida had a 3 for 4 day, a homer, a walk, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. He was the top performer for Japan. And they did a post-game interview with Shohei. It sounds like he might be able and available to pitch tomorrow night. So tomorrow night they're playing the United States in the final, which could be billed as one of this could be the biggest World Baseball Classic game ever. And it's the matchup everybody wants to see. Everybody was predicting this matchup, but Team USA versus Team Japan, Shohei Ohtani versus Mike Trout. 2 of the biggest stars in our game, if not the biggest 2 stars in our game right now, are facing off, and it's going to be awesome. And we still have our tie there. We still have Devin Williams to root for the Brew Crews. So, guys, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to watch, and I'll give you my reactions tomorrow night. But go Team USA. I hope they win. Let's get into the Brewers news real quick, and then we'll kind of get into some other things. God, what a game, though. I mean, this World Baseball Classic, I'm not a basketball guy, so I didn't watch the NCAA tournament. But this has been the stuff of dream baseball. And it's really, tune in tomorrow night, guys. If you haven't tuned in and haven't heeded my warnings to tune in to any of these games so far, tune in to tomorrow night's final. It will be epic. So let's cover the news now. I'm sorry I'm going off on this, but it was just lots of good stuff to talk about. Fox 6 talking about 2023 Brewers games might look a little different because the Major League Baseball is doing some new things. At first, oh my gosh, they're like pizza boxes, said infielder Bryce Terang. To the dismay of many, there is no pizza being delivered to the big leagues, but pitcher Adrian Hauser could be helping out the Brewers sales team with his suggestions. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some pizza advertisements on them before long. So they're referring to the base sizes and the new rules. One of the big things I've noticed with this whole thing is and I'm sure you guys have too, but all the Brewers advertising for the season has been new rules and new players. Come check out the Brew Crew in 2023. I don't know. Kind of falls on deaf ears. I mean, like, some of us don't like it, so why would you hype that? As far as the new players, I'm excited for a lot of our new players, so I'm okay with that. The shift ban, that's going to help out Rowdy Tellez. They're talking about that. Lots of good stuff there. I mean, we're going to take the new rules a game at a time and figure this out. I've been recapping times on all of these spring training games for that specific reason. Looks like the Brewers are going to have... Oh my gosh, I just lost it. I think it's 150 some of the games broadcast on Valley, and then there's going to be like 8 nationally televised games for the Brewers. And I don't know if that includes Apple TV games. I did not see that in the numbers when I looked at them before. Picking Milwaukee Brewers' 5th starter. Basically, they're kind of playing out right now. Whether it be, and Hauser hasn't been in any of the conversations, but they're basically saying, okay, is it going to be Miley? Is it going to be Lauer? You know, how are they going to slot this? We have a lot of starting options, and that's a great question. Hauser, ground ball stuff, I think he's going to work best in the bullpen. That's my opinion. So, I still think it's Miley. I still think Miley is guy number 5. So you got Corbin, Woodruff, Peralta, Lauer, Miley. That's what I'm saying. And if one of those goes down, then you got like a Bryce Wilson or Hauser you can slot back in there. Ashby and Alexander will be available later, not right away. So that's my thoughts on that. Logan Gilbert, we don't care about that. We just talked about that. Talked about the 3 ways the Brewers can make space for Luke Voits. A lot of the same old news. I did not mention, and I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, and then I totally forgot about it when I got to the end of the video last night. Almost 30 years later, Schroeder going strong in the booth. So this is a McCalvy article. It's a milestone years for Bill Schroeder as the catcher turned broadcaster marks his 40th season associated with the Brewers. So, of course, you all know he played for us, caught Juan Nieves' no-hitter, and he's been a broadcaster since, 1995. Settled in the gig wasn't pressure enough. First broadcast featured unknown replacement players because MLB players were on strike. The first 2 games I ever did were guys who were selling frozen fish, Schroeder said. Oh, that's great. God, he's probably got a story or 2. That's so awesome. So, yeah, 30 years for Bill Schroeder. Really awesome. Not quite the 50, but 50 years Bob's got, but he'll get there. Seems like he's going strong. Facing career crossroads, HIura reworking his swing. Keston HIura did not attempt to sugarcoat his Cactus League stat line. Obviously, he said Monday morning, I have had better springs. His tough camp comes as HIura approaches a career crossroads. He is out of major league options, and he does not have a clear spot in the field. At first base, the position for a man most over the past 2 years, the Brewers have Rowdy Tellez. If they give him a 40-man roster spot, right-handed slugger Luke Voigt. That makes a critical spring for HIura as he attempts to stick with the organization that drafted him 9th overall in 2017. After going 1 for 4 with 2-run double and a pair of strikeouts as a designated hitter in Monday's 7-2 loss against the Mariners, HIura has a 156, 229, 219 slash line and 15 strikeouts in 32 Cactus League at-bats. In each of the first 2 at-bats against the Reds, HIura struck out on 3 pitches. I've had better springs statistically, but I feel fine with where I am at. That's not good. That cut him today. He feels fine with where he's at. Cut his ass. If he thinks hitting 156 in spring training is okay, cut him. I know spring training doesn't matter, but when you're fighting for a spot on the goddamn team, yes, it does matter. It does matter. Wow. Yeah, he needs to go. He needs to go. That's horse crap. I'm going no further than that. So basically, the Career Crossroads article tells me that Keston HIura needs to be gone right now. DFA. Or trade. But you ain't going to get crap for him. So, wow. That really burns me. Like, how is he content? How is he content? Like, did someone guarantee him a spot? I'm mind-boggled. And if you're a fan of Keston HIura, I wouldn't be a fan after he said that. He's fine with it. Like, I'm fine losing my job. It's okay. A lot of formerly drafted Brewers that have been drafted by us and never really made it are actually retiring from the game and done. Like Cody Medeiros was one that I felt pretty hard, and he never made it, and he's done. What else did I see? I saw another one. If I think of it, I'll mention it. God, I just can't right now. HIura, you are the stupidest person I've ever. I honestly can't believe that. One player from each team who's made a big impact. We're moving on. We're done with that Keston crap. And of course, comes from Adam McCalvey. We're only going to read the Brewers, so we scroll down to the NL Central. Turing will play a role in the majors at some point in 2023, perhaps a significant one. The Brewers' fifth-ranked prospect per MLB pipeline. Turing's power arrived last year at AAA Nashville, where he added some center field to his defensive repertoire. That already included shortstop, second base, some third base. The Brewers infielders, Willie Adames and Urias, and Abraham Turo playing in the World Baseball Classic. Turing has seen extensive playing time this spring and has impressed manager Craig Counsell and the coaches, both at the plate and in the field. Adam McCalvey. Good. That's what we need to see. Bring guys up like that. Hungry guys. Not guys that can. Oh gosh, I'm gonna live on this for the next few days. So if you hear me repeat this, sorry. But Keston, I'm fine. I don't really care about my major league career. It's cool. And maybe I'm taking it out of context. I get that. I probably am. But in no way would those words ever come out of my mouth with anything related to. Yeah, it's showing contentment like that. It's unacceptable. For a guy who wants a job on the major league club that has no options, is nowhere to go. God, I'm so disgusted. We already talked about Robert Stock went to the minors. We know that, so he's another starter option that we have in the wings. We talked about projecting the open day roster. 30 years in baseball. All right, let's go visit our friends at BrewersFanatic.com. I will be posting a new video, I promise, eventually at some point. BrewersFanatic.com. Excuse me. We'll pick up there. We're 9 days away, guys. 9 days. 9 days, 14 hours, 57 minutes, and 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And of course, the big highlight of the article, huge night for Luis Urias, Rowdy Tellez. It's a shame. It's a shame because they played well. But, Japan's a tough team. It's now or never for 7-year minor leaguers. Let's take a look. I mean, come on. Tyrone Taylor, see here. Matt Valasico. I don't even know who that is. Carlos Morales. He's Ernesto Martinez. Kelly Bushley, Matt Hardy, Tristan Lutz, Justin Bullock, Max Lazar, Javon Ward, and Brent Diaz. So basically, they're saying these guys have got to start moving up. Otherwise, they are short, I guess is basically the word. Yeah. If you haven't already, go over to brewerfanatic.com. Join the community. It's really fun. I post on there. I chat. Got some good articles, blogs, forums. You can be a part of the community and actually have fun. And it's not like Facebook or Twitter where it's just a bunch of negative people. It's actually a really good community. It's really fun. So, guys, that's all I've got for tonight. Oh my God, for tomorrow. I'm so excited for tomorrow. Who is not excited about this World Baseball Classic? Team USA, Team Japan, the best two teams. We got what we wanted. We got the best game. And, yeah. If you haven't already, guys, like and subscribe. Check us out every day, 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. You guys have a great rest of your night. As always, go Brew Crew and go Team USA. Let's go.
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Go Brewers.